This podcast was recorded on February 12th, 2017. Thanks for listening. Let me bring Scrub up a little bit. Scrub, keep talking. Beautiful. Okay.
Damn it, man. I just went to go in the fucking kitchen.
God damn.
Okay. And silence for 5 seconds. God damn it. It's always fucking Kane that does something. Every goddamn time.
I was moving my mic to
Fucking
cough
Scrub.
without coughing into it.
I was about to say we could make a
All right,
whole podcast
shush.
about messing with Scrub.
5 seconds. That's all I ask. It's starting now. Okay, here. Shut up.
Fucking.
Fuck it. Podcast started.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. The podcast started. Here we go. Welcome to the Rocket Lounge Podcast, Episode 2, Season 2. We have a full house today, and it has been a while since we did it, but we decided to do it whenever the fuck we want. So, without further ado, let's get into introductions, so you know who
I
you're
can't
listening
get my
to.
fucking chair up in my desk.
The little bitchy boy here is Scrub. Go ahead, Scrub. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Fuck.
Yep. All right, that works. Yeah, that completely works.
You'll be so unprepared, Jesus Christ.
Who gives a
bro.
shit?
Where's your professionality?
You want to see my professionality? Okay, let me dust myself off.
My,
here.
my professionality made me spend $2.39 on bloody boobs. Let's move along.
If people don't know that's a game, it's just going to be horrible in the podcast.
Check. All right, I'll put a plug in here. Bloody Boots. You get free advertisement. Go check it out on Steam now.
It's not worth buying, judge me on this.
Next on the list, Shuck. We have Shuck.
Hello, Rockitech Command. How you doing?
We've got Farmer Ted,
Howdy.
Lord Von Kane,
Good evening.
Faggot.
Matty Bot,
Fuck
the
you,
Matt
Ted,
the
you
Dead
piece
Man.
of shit.
Shut the fuck up, both of you. Matt the Dead Man Adder.
Fucking Gollum.
And we've got a new member here, Mr. T-Bird, who's also another YouTuber, so go ahead and check his channel out. It's probably just Mr. T-Bird on his thing. But I'll put it in the description below so you can see if you even bother.
When you finally
What's
get up
that?
your ass and do
Me
it.
too, lol.
Yes. Okay. Podcast time, boys. It's been a while since we've done it. The first topic I would like to say is an announcement saying it's been 4 years since I used the Rockitech name, but only 1 year since we actually used it for the channel regularly. And it was last Wednesday, the 8th of February, when it was 4 years old. It's grown so much. Now it's a little bitchy-ass toddler.
So we can talk,
So
insert
much.
now.
But it's
Doing
taking so much
slowly eating all
forever
your
to
money.
do.
Slowly eating all your money. Like a real child.
Yeah. And then eventually it's just gonna backlash at me, and I'm just gonna wanna
And have
kill
a
it.
phase.
It's just a phase. At least it's
Fuck
not
you.
British. I can be
Hey,
happy about it.
go fuck yourself, you Mexican piece of shit.
Hey, British people are awesome.
So, to a degree.
Oh, have you met ours?
Yeah.
Here's the difference between us North Americans and the British. They can swear anywhere they want, and people just find it funny. When we do it, it's an
Listen, I
insult.
know you're Canadian, but you don't have to be sorry for this
I don't
British
know.
guy, okay?
I find myself funny.
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't think anybody takes with swearing as an insult.
Oh, I've
Sorry.
met
Sorry.
several people that consider
Triggered.
I think what T-Bir's trying to say is you Americans find swearing strangely offensive over the British, who basically says it as a fucking greeting.
Yeah.
Triggered.
Yeah,
Literally.
Ted, triggered.
Yeah,
Fucking
but you
triggered.
guys still call fucking fries chips, so fuck off.
Pick up the fucking chip, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
You got
Chips,
fucking
piece of
ads
radical
instead
piece
of
of crap.
Walmart. You
Oh,
degenerate
my
world.
God.
Yeah, calm down,
Hey,
settle
hey,
down,
hey,
settle down.
Hey, no.
It's
You
fucking
Americans call
herbs.
pop
It's
soda.
herbs.
Alright,
No,
boys, no
it's
food
just like
fighting
the
in the
southern
lounge.
states.
That drives me insane.
Guys, no
It's
clusterfucks.
fucking herbs with a H. It's not herbs without the H, you fucking inbreds.
It's it.
No. One thing that the British do to bug
Enough
me
of the
is how they
pronunciation
pronounce H.
difference!
Wait,
Fuck off!
No,
Go boom!
No,
God
Matt,
damn it,
Matt, shut the
go
fuck
boom!
up, Matt. Matt,
H,
fuck up, you
you're
can't
like,
say
hey.
shit in this.
Who pronounces H like H?
Ah.
Already sidetracked.
People.
I need to put that saxophone song or that jazz thing. Oh, that, all right. If you guys seen Zombieland, yeah.
Anyway.
If you guys see Zombieland, the scene where he's in the
the queen.
the scene where he's in the car and then that saxophone music, that jazz music, before the zombie in the back seat gets him.
Epic.
Yeah, just look that up. That's how I feel right now. with all you.
God
Come
save
to the
the
show.
Queen.
This is already
Don't need to
5
show.
minutes of
Alright,
clusterfuck.
boys, you're wasting the time.
I
Let's get
might
back
even
on
have
topic,
to
eh?
edit.
Come on, guys,
They're
I
each
got
trying to
things
get
to
it
do with my
done.
real
You're
friends.
hiding
I
your
can't
voice.
make out a
Doesn't
damn
edit.
thing you're saying, let alone how it's gonna feel like for the viewers.
This is a fucking typical expectation for the podcast.
Okay, so
Hey,
But refrain yourself.
Richie,
Yeah.
Richie, please. First question. First topic.
What
I
the
need
fuck?
to get on with the show.
God damn it, Chuck.
God save the Queen.
As I was saying, the birthday of Rockitech was on Wednesday, and I just wanted to thank you guys for being part of it forever, how long you guys were. For some more than others, some just got choked into it, or pushed, whatever the fuck word I'm saying.
Like
And-
me.
You know
and for
what I
those
mean.
who missed the live stream birthday, me, Shock,
Yes.
Shock Wizard, and
We did
Matt
a-
did a bunch of games.
We did a bunch of games, yes, for the
And
live
it-
stream. We also
and
got a lot of
eventually-
people viewing for a little bit. We're gonna do a
Yeah,
live
we
stream
actually did.
again. I want to live stream a little regularly. I want to see if I can get a set schedule of like maybe at least once a week, if I can. It doesn't matter who joins me, I'm at least gonna be live streaming it. So if you guys have anything you want to see us play or watch, let us know on the comments, or just fucking tweet at me. But
Make him play new games.
Yes.
Make him clean his computer.
no,
He keeps all his old videos.
all right,
If you
I'm the
wanna
only
watch
one
people
editing.
Play classic games or Metroidvanias. I guess that's my
I
job.
actually want to do a full
Ricky,
playthrough
it's
of
called
Donkey
an external
Kong,
hard
or
drive.
like some of the old arcade games, or even like
But
we still need to do
For the
the
original
1v1
arcade Donkey
versus
Kong?
kind of thing that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to challenge somebody on Pac-Man, damn it.
Street Fighter, those games. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. So there's that. But without further ado, that's done. Let's get on to the main topics we wanted to talk about.
Pardon me.
First thing would be, what was it?
the green light thing, or
Yes,
is that
Steam
you-
Greenlight. Thank you for reminding me. Steam Greenlight is being replaced by Valve's new system. Don't know
About
too
fucking
much
time.
about it, but it's a way to weed out the bad eggs. Because so many different people or developers are sending in shit and just reselling their old other people's assets.
Assets. There you go.
Thank you.
Asset flips.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
Asset Flip.
They've changed the entire submission policy as well. From now on, it used to be a $100 submission fee plus royalties. Now it's been changed to a $5,000 minimum submission fee.
Which
Seriously?
sucks as a developer, but I could see it as a necessity.
I think it
Now,
should be 1,000,
indie
to be
developers
honest,
can
'cause
get a
that's
loan
lot
to
of
cover
money.
that. That's not a big deal. It's just this is going to make asset flips almost fucking impossible now.
Which is
All I have to say on this topic is Steam Direct, which is what Steam Greenlight is going to become. The reason why, and this is probably one of the biggest reasons why Steam decided to look at it, all you have to do is Google search Digital Homicide.
That
Oh
sounds familiar.
god. Oh Jesus Christ, that fucking company. Oh god. Just
There's
okay.
There's been a few companies that have been just kind of
No.
abusing the green light system.
Digital
Digital
Homicide,
Homicide would be
Digital
worse.
Homicide actually was able to get two versions of the same game with
Wait.
just a different camera angle between them, published on the same day through Steam Greenlight for like a $10 difference.
Are these?
Among other things, they had pushed over 15 games at a single time through the Greenlight system.
This,
And
this is the
they
same
developer
developer
same-
that
The
was
real-
suing
Attack Jim
people,
Sterling.
right?
The real
Yep, the
change
same one I attacked Jim
behind-
Sterling.
Guys, the real Steam change behind Steam Greenlight was really behind... I don't know if you guys have noticed, but last week alone, we had 6... I think it was 6 just random Russian games get on Steam Greenlight. Get from Steam Greenlight onto Steam.
Yeah,
I
Just
noticed
because
that.
other Russians were just a bunch of Russian spam accounts were liking it and making it get published onto Steam. They found
Oh,
out
yeah,
it was
just-
exploitable.
yeah, exploit bots, it's definitely a feature, but I'm just going to say, look at companies like Digital Homicide. They did nothing but asset flips, charged ridiculous money for them, and started going to the point that they were removing negative reviews, suing reviewers who gave them negative reviews, and even tried to sue like Steam reviewers, so just Steam users, because they disliked their game.
I saw an
It
instance of
got
that, but
to-
for a big name game. I forget what it was, but yeah, where every time someone did a negative review, they removed it and only kept the positives, even though the game was absolute trash.
This is why I feel it's so important for developers, to at least start off with making mods, because a lot of developers out there go straight into this whole thing. Like, they don't take they haven't taken rejection or criticism before that. Like, when I first got my first bit of criticism, like, this is when I did my Left 4 Dead 2 mods, and I had people fucking trashing Resident Evil Outbreak that I made, and I thought it was good at first.
Don't forget the shit I gave you as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget the shit
Well,
I gave you.
that's just you. I just thought you were just being a fucking Brit.
Yeah, but this will back
Yeah,
up
I
your
even
friend.
gave
This
you
will back
shit
beyond.
on some of this
Well,
shit.
that's because you were testing it out.
And I'm your buddy. I'm not the guy
That's fine. But
Oh.
it's different when it's outside people that are talking about you rather than your people.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. So when this happened, it was a bunch of guys just trashing it. I was watching this video, and then it kind of opened my eyes. Like, I realized I had to look at this a different way. I also had to, these guys don't get me wrong, we're fucking assholes. Like, they put up the video on their website, which had gay porn on the side, like banners and everything. So I had to see dick flailing around just to see this fucking video.
Admit it, you liked it.
Oh, you know me. It was in between spank sessions for me, so it's fine. So I found all the bugs they were finding, and it helped me out because I realized I should take what they're saying and work it to what my mod is going to be. And I also had to learn, like, hey, I'm not going to please everybody. So that taught me a lot, and then I got into more game development, and I even went to school a little bit for it. And once I graduated from that, I learned that you can't do everything for everybody. You got to take some notes, but you also got to make it to what you want. And the reason I say this is because if people do this before they actually start developing a game, they'll get that sense of criticism to where they won't have to hash out other shit. But then again, there are just people who just want to scam others
A lot of
online.
the businesses, it's mostly money, so a lot of developers don't care about their fans. Like, I mean, EA somewhat cares, but it's pretty obvious they don't at points because they don't fix things and they rip off people, like a Battlefield Hardline, for example, right? And it's all about the money. But then
A little
some
interjection.
companies actually listen to their fans and actually implement changes that they've asked for.
A little interjection on that part. You have to make sure when you're referring to developers, sure you're not referring to the publishers and stick
No.
with the actual developers, because like you mentioned, EA is usually a publisher. They do have developing groups.
Yeah, but
it's
EA
usually
doesn't care.
it's the high heads, aka the people who are in the business side, not the development side, who get the final say. Some of these developers in EA. But it's like some of these developers in, let's say, EA and stuff like that, they want to make good games. I assuming
but a lot
the
of them-
majority of game developers want to have an enjoyable product that people will love, that they will have their current attention
Well,
onto
I know,
it.
but it
But
seems like they
unfortunately,
release the games too early sometimes.
Well,
Or
that's the publisher's fault.
The-
That is literally
yes, the
publisher's
problem
fault.
with that is the
some of
executives.
the developers they pick aren't good either.
This is the
The only
problem.
ones-
This is the problem, T-Bird. When you have businesses like this for video game developments, even movie companies, the main focus is to get money. It sucks, but that's what I learned also in my game production school: is whoever has the gold makes the decisions or is in
Oh
charge.
yeah.
So people don't think developers care, and in fact, I bet you the developers that are making Battlefront and everything, like I've seen the videos that they did, they fucking care about it a lot.
Oh yeah. No, that
But
I'm not gonna say anything
You
bad
have a
about.
guy
They
in the
have
higher ups
it.
who's like, hey, I want.
Hang on, Richie, let me take over this in terms of like investors and stuff.
Yeah, sure, go for
I'll do
it.
this
You're
with
better
personal
at that
experience.
anyway.
Okay, to explain, long story short, why games appear rushed more than anything, you have to go to just how companies are established. A standard company, whenever they have a big project set up, are going to go through investors to get loans to pay the staff throughout the companies. Well, the real reason games wind up rushed is not per se the publisher's fault as much as the investors and the loans coming down on the publishers that took out the investment over it. Because every year you take longer than a set initial deadline on the investment, the rate goes up on investing. So when you're going to refinance those loans, something that started as $8 million one year could be almost 10 the next.
Yeah.
So this results in companies doing multiple things. The only one I've seen that did it outside of a standard investment pool recently was they went with I'll use Obsidian Interactive as a reference. Obsidian decided, hey, well, we can't get a publisher to pick up this idea, so what we're going to do is we're going to pitch this Kickstarter, and Kickstarter was kind of a way around it. But if I take out, say, I'm doing a startup company, I want to start a dev studio, I'm taking out close to $3 million in private investments minimum for a decent full-scale studio, guys. And that's not counting what the publisher is going to take out to publish the game, handle the marketing, and get it pushed out. So they're coming down on a deadline, and we're coming down on a deadline as well at the fear of the APR. Because last thing you want is to, even though you've sold a game and you've broke even, is to not have paid off the investment and look at almost a 30% difference than what you took out. If you have the money on spot to make the game, that's one thing. There's tons of companies that do. Take Blizzard, for example. Blizzard financed Titan and Overwatch out of their own pocket. They didn't do investments. Blizzard's made that much money that they could afford to do it. But Blizzard lost $100 million for Titan, and they sank even more into Overwatch.
I think EA did that, but it was mainly with Battlefront. Because...
EA is a publishing front at this point.
I know, but
they used to be under 2K. They used to be partnered with 2K for publishing, and now they're that. But yeah, EA is a publisher. They still grab finance loans all the time, though.
Oh, yeah. Although
there are very few companies that pay. They totally did.
Really,
that was part of the reason why it came out.
That Disney paid for the whole thing, because I know Disney is the reason that they had to rush the game.
No.
That's
Disney
where a lot of people get fucking mixed up.
Okay,
Disney
so here's the
wanted
thing.
To release the game within time for Force Awakens. That is the only reason it was rushed.
No, here's the thing. Disney had absolutely nothing to do with any of the game developments, and they never will. It took the same stance. Disney is taking the same stance as LucasArts Interactive was in the past. What they do is they charge a minimum. You pay a leasing fee for the name, and then you pay royalties shared on top of this.
Yeah.
So that's how companies like Violition have picked up access to some Star Wars games. That's how we're going to see a Star Wars game from the Dead Space devs, stuff like that. But they do not help with the actual development or financing whatsoever, because they will not make money. That's just kind of how it works.
But you do know that they are the reason that the game was rushed, right?
No, they were rushed to meet a separate deadline set by the publishers. They thought it would make a better sale deal if they got the game out by Force Unleashed. It had nothing to do with Disney, though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But Disney, I heard, and I remember seeing this on a YouTube video with, it was either EA or someone from it, but they said Disney wanted the game, like at some point they decided, let's release the game, because it'll do better with the movie.
Disney has no say in that. That was someone in EA that decided, okay, so we have this movie coming out, people are riding off the hype of the movie, let's release the game around the same time. Disney has no say in that. You already are paying royalties to them. Every month that goes by, you are paying Disney money. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you keep paying them money. If you start shorting out on the deadline and requesting a smaller amount of royalties, yeah, that's when Disney investors can go, well, hey, why aren't we getting a fucking product yet? I want it out by this time or we're canceling this contract. That's how you see failed games like 31, 33. Stuff like that. That's what happens. That's kind of the whole nature of the beast. And this is the same in any company in the entire world, guys. Whether you do web development or game development or anything that requires reaching out to an investor. Your deadlines are more related to the investors and stockholders charging more APR as it goes by. It's just like a credit card. Your first year of a credit card is going to be easy. Pay off all your loans, you have no issues, sure. Your second year of a credit card where you don't pay off all your loans, it stacks. It goes up. This is how people wind up with more debt. Game development is absolutely no different.
No, yeah, you're right. I just Googled it because I remembered. I think I heard all the Disney shit because of probably YouTubers and stuff. But Disney's a pain in the ass with this, and it was the...
One thing I would say, always check your sources.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of the information you get, check your sources.
I think I haven't looked into this for so long that I just forgot and just assumed it was Disney. Because, you know, Disney, to be honest, they do great stuff. But when it comes to Star Wars and Star Wars games, I personally think they've fucked up.
Now,
like,
do you mean like as in the movie-wise?
Yeah, they did okay, but like they've just fucked up the lore. Like, really?
Are you still on that? Oh no, that was Kane.
No.
I'll tell you what I tell Kane. The EU's dead. Let it die.
No, they're bringing it back because...
It's fine if they bring back some stuff, but everything you know and love, it's dead, man. Just let it go.
Richard, bear in mind.
Rebels.
Bear in mind, Richard, when I said what I said, this was when before I seen episode 7 and when episode 7 was coming out. I was skeptic.
Rebels.
No, T-Bird, I was talking about Richard when we were talking about the thing before.
Oh.
Like I said, I was skeptic at the time. I have now changed my mind because I have seen the new information. I am actually glad what Disney is doing, and I'm also glad with what Disney is doing with Rebels as well.
Yeah.
Well, now we just need to see Rogue One.
Rogue One. Yeah, that's the one thing I need to see. I need to see Rogue One.
Yeah, you do.
I will eventually get there. And then we're doing a freaking
Thank you.
video on it. Probably do a tea room on it as well when I actually get my stuff sorted.
I'll plug that a little later. So for
I was
the
trying
listeners.
to figure it out, Google it, because someone on YouTube I watched talked about it, and it was really interesting.
Okay. So, yes, thank you for that explanation, Scrub. I'm pretty sure that put a heavy light on a lot of people that don't know how the business works. And
I
they're
actually
just
didn't
little
know about it.
but babies that just go, oh, no, this is how it is because I watched fucking BuzzFeed or Reddit.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that irritates me. I'll be honest, I was like that before I went to college, but during my time in college and when
It
my
sucks.
college
It's
course,
just how the world is.
Yeah, it's everything is a business. People have to
You'll
understand
learn a
that.
lot.
There are
I borrow
businesses.
$10 million. By the time I get it paid back, I'm actually paying back on average closer to almost double, guys. That's just the way it works.
I just have a small loan of $1 million.
Well,
There's a meme I haven't heard in such a long time.
here's the thing about that, though. Here's the thing about that.
Bridge
statement,
Farm
though.
remembers.
People
Oh,
make a
God.
joke, but in the same sense, if you
It's
could take
true.
a small loan of $1 million and not fuck it up and actually pay it back before it's a small loan of $60 million, way to go. Like that's not easy.
This is the reason why I see so many game developers, especially everyone on Kickstarter and like Indiegogo and whatnot. These developers who are so passionate about the projects, they fail to understand the business side of things, and that is very unfortunate. But you see projects all the time on like Kickstarter or Indiegogo where they request a small amount of money for such a big project, and they think it's suitable, but they've got so many things you gotta take into consideration. And then eventually they have to get money elsewhere. And then that leads to either games such as Mighty No. 9 that got
then
so
what they
much
do
money.
is they extend the deadline or they push back the actual stretch goals, which a lot of people view as kind of scummy, and it is because they weren't initially covering it, but
Oh yeah.
nothing usually works
but,
out as planned.
I mean, a good example is like games, for example, like Mighty No. 9 or even Anti-Simulator or even stuff like that, where they fail to understand the business side of things, and then eventually it's getting forced to push out an inferior product than they really wanted. And these developers were really passionate about the project, but they
LOL
just don't,
Diddlinger.
yeah, they just don't understand the business side of things. I mean, a good example of what we just said, Scrub, is a game I kickstarted several years ago, Sue Generous. It's not out yet, but what they've done now is a pre-log, basically a game for everyone to play and have a sample. It's not the full game, but it's a sample of what we've done, and we're going to keep working on it.
It was enjoyable.
It is enjoyable. I would actually recommend anyone, if anyone wants to play a very good simulation of, well, a
Kind of
fairly
complicated to
decent-
describe, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's complicated to explain,
Full
but again,
physics-controlled combat.
Yeah, I would say that.
as well. It is a fun game.
Joint
It is a really
physics?
fun game to play.
I
It's all
actually
100%
did
physics.
by the way.
It's
Something like
100%. It's 100% physics based. There is no. The
Alright,
animations is literally
This
just
topic
physically
has
moved.
drug out a little bit more. Let's talk
A little
about
bit,
something
yeah.
else.
Oh yeah, it has. I think we should finish up the topic
That's fine. I
now.
wanted to let them clear that up because
I
Alright.
actually did find what I was looking for.
So-
Finally. Send it to you later.
if you didn't know about it, that's what's going on with Steam so far, and it could turn out good or worse for the betterment. But we'll see that in the coming months. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. So next on our list, I have the pleasure of going to E3 twice in my life, and if you live in the LA area, or if you ever plan to go to the LA area, June 14th is generally when E3 comes for the
Is it a
gaming
week?
community. It's a week, like 4 days. I want to say it's like
Usually a
I
weekend,
really
isn't
wanna
it?
Go. I just can't afford it.
so.
Unfortunately, I
Oh.
live in
I'm
the-
actually heading out this year.
Oh, are
I
you?
hate you. I hate
Wait.
you all. No, I love
Oh,
you
shit,
guys.
To record it.
I might meet you there, Scrub. If I
Sounds good to me.
go there. Yeah.
You know, honestly, this is the one reason I actually want to move to America, because, yeah, I live in England, shitty England and all that stuff.
Canada.
Fuck no. No, I want to move
Fuck
to America
Canada.
because I want to go to
Don't-
E3, I want to go to PAX East, and
You could
all
do that
those-
here. You could just,
Yeah.
you just have to go across the border.
It costs more. It costs
more, yeah, it costs
Crossing
more.
the border.
I dared that.
We
too.
need to build a wall in Canada
Anyway,
of snow
so as I was saying before,
and moose.
all right. So if the way E3 works is it's mainly a press event for any media coverage and anything for all the new games that are coming out. It's for people that aren't in the industry to check out on Twitch or anything of that social platform. So if you were in the industry, you can get in for free during a set period of time between, like, I think January to April, late
Don't
April.
you have to prove that you're in
You
the
have to
industry?
prove that you're in the industry. Usually it's just like a pay stub and a form of
That's
identification.
not true either. You
Well,
can
that's the
literally
way
just
I did
You
it.
can waive $1,000 and they'll let you in without being in the
Okay, well
industry.
that's not everybody has a fucking grand to just do that, Scrub.
You'd be surprised.
For those of you who are cheap
Why would
asses
you-
like
hold on, Why
me,
would you waive $1,000 when you could just buy a normal ticket for E3?
I'm
because
getting-
you want
I'm-
access to the press conferences.
I'm getting to
User
it.
in your
Yes.
channel timed out.
That's Ted
God
again,
damn it,
isn't
Ted, the
Yeah.
redneck
So
conclusion
Ted's
of the
getting a
internet.
little bit of a disconnection issues. Anyway, so if you were in the industry,
Them
you
dumb
can get in for
boobies.
free, which is what I was able to do. One time I actually snuck in through my aunt. My aunt was in the industry for a little bit the first time
In the
around.
what industry, sorry?
She was in, I think she worked for one of the developer companies as advertising. I totally
Oh,
forgot.
okay, yeah.
The
But
first year I went with a buddy of mine that works at Dice LA. That was the only reason
Well, there you go.
that went well for me.
Epic.
Now, it's great and all, but you don't ever want to go, in my experience, the first day. It's usually the second day that's the best, and then the third day it kind of dies down and they might card or like check your ID to see if it's actually you. But all that's probably going to change now. So the second time I went was actually, I was part of in the industry
Well,
when I
here's
was a
the
QA
thing. They
tester.
changed the standard admission fee around a bit. But what
User
they
joined
did
your
change is
channel.
there's still going to be major press conferences.
Yes, there is. It's just they're
Right.
letting
Say the
people in
conferences,
for a
you mean-
price.
You mean the ones where we have to sit in the room and listen to them talk, right?
Yeah, you know those conferences you see every year where it's like the
You know where
hour-long
you
ones
get the cringe? You know where you get those cringe montages from?
with
That's
with
for those.
Aisha Tyler and Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Or Ubisoft.
Like you mean the ones on WillyCon, like when you get to go to Comic-Con and you get to see all the actors talking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ones that they
well,
actually stream online. That's what we're talking about. That's saved for people who are still in the industry. But if
Yeah,
you,
but I'd rather use the press pass thing just to get in the first day so I could beat out all the big ass lines to play the games.
it depends. Like trust me on this. I'll explain this again. So
I'm just saying that's what I would do.
with E3 opening up to the public this coming year, the prices are actually going to be. Let me see. What did I put here?
What do you
Or
mean
what it was.
opening up to the public?
$250 a standard ticket.
Excuse me. Whoa.
Are you
You're looking
saying-
at
So-
$250 a standard ticket.
Yeah. So right now the
For
first
the
1,000
later entries.
The first 1,000 tickets are 150. I'm pretty sure that's already gone. And the price is going to be to 250 now. So that means you don't have to be in the industry, and you could just buy a ticket to get in. Now, before
Oh,
you
you
can
mean
kind of
for the
hold on.
conferences?
Before you could kind of buy a ticket, but it was like $1,000 before, and that was just to get you in. So the price is already lower as hell, and you can get in. But
I don't think so, because I looked up an E3 ticket like a couple years ago and it was like $200.
that was something else.
Right,
probably.
that's a floor pass. That's a different thing.
You're
These
talking about-
tickets include
Okay.
the actual events minus a few. What I'm saying is there's still going to be press exclusive events that you
You
won't be
mean
able
like
to
all
get
the
to.
conferences and stuff that most normal people don't get to go in, right?
No, these are the ones that you don't usually see a video on. All you see is like a reporter
No, I
usually
mean-
writing an article on them. No, you're going to have access to certain conferences this year that you did not have access to in the past.
That's
When
what
you
I
bought a
was-
ticket in the past, you usually only got a floor pass,
Mm-hmm.
which meant you could check and see the stuff that was out display on the floor. But the
Okay.
big press ones usually have a little more coverage. They're also usually more boring, so that's why those were kind of not marketed towards like anybody could go.
Fair enough, yeah.
But
But now everyone's interested in it, and
Now I went there in very like an hour before everything was opening. It was like an hour and a half. I had a friend save me a spot, but
did you
this
actually
was
get-
when Resident Evil 7 was being shown there. Everybody and their fucking mother was there for Resident Evil 7 to try out in VR, and what's the Nintendo thing? The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I gave up
Yeah.
completely on Breath of the Wild because it was just all packed after I got done with Resident Evil 7. I was waiting like 6 hours just to get a ticket, barely, for that fucking Resident Evil
Before you
little
continue,
thing.
I want to ask, what is any one of yours line limit time-wise that you say, fuck it, not worth it, no matter how
It
awesome
depends.
it is?
If it what the I only
No.
waited in Resident Evil 7 because it was Resident Evil. If
I'm
if
asking
it was
what
any
your
other game, I
opinion
would have
is.
said fuck it.
Like, for me, we went to the Harry Potter thing in Orlando, and one line for one of the rides was like 3 hours, and I'm like, as much as I want to do it, it's not worth it.
The
Not
thing
3 hours.
the thing about
I can stand
E3
mine
is
for
when
an
you're
hour.
on the floor is the guys that are running their kiosks or the booths, they don't
Mm-hmm.
tend to say, okay, your time limit's up, unless the demo actually has a time limit. But there
No,
are
I-
some
I
games that
understand that.
don't. Like there was a little section of Kingdom Hearts that I wanted to try, for the new 2.8 version.
Yeah.
Now that there was hardly anybody running there, it was just there, and I had to wait because this guy was taking his sweet ass time looking at every goddamn textured wall just to
Can you
look at
blame
it.
him?
What?
Can you blame him though?
Well, there's other fucking people. It's called being courteous.
No, I
God
know.
damn it!
but
You're not the
still.
only one in the fucking convention. Other people want to see the game.
Yeah.
So that really pisses me off. So some games you're gonna see that if you end up going.
That's the thing. That's why I think look at some of the long lines and go,
No.
As much as I want to play this, there are other things I want to
Here-
do, and
here's
I don't
a few
wanna
tips.
sacrifice doing them for doing that.
Here's a few tips. 1, bring a water bottle. 2, bring a backpack because they
No,
do
bring
give
4 or
free
5
stuff.
water bottles.
They do give free stuff, and
yeah.
it sometimes it's generally worth it. 3, look up to see what game you want to see first, like the
And see
most,
which
because
one's busiest.
generally it's gonna be packed right away, like when I did with Resident Evil 7. Make sure you get there extremely fucking early, like at least 2 hours. I'm not even
3 or
fucking kidding.
4. You should be 3 or 4. Like I've done conventions before.
Sometimes it depends on
and
the
it's
day.
ridiculous.
It depends on the day. Like the first day probably, but the second day you don't really generally need to.
Yeah, okay,
But
if you're
since it's
wanting
being
to play Call
open
of
to the
Duty or
public,
something,
since it's being open to the public now, it will probably have to be a bigger wait. So
Okay,
yeah,
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. It looks like Dylan's here.
that's fine. He'll join.
No, he's good.
So
Carry on.
there's that. Make sure you don't want to buy food there. Like it was, oh god, it was like
It doesn't matter what
15
convention
bucks
you go to
for a
or
regular
what
hamburger
country
combo.
You're in for your convention. It's almost not worth spending money. Do your research. Like I went to a thing called Anime North, which is in Canada. It's in Toronto. It's a big anime convention. The food there is really expensive. If you go, they have some like maid cafes, that kind of stuff. Now the food there is not too expensive because it's a little attraction. But my suggestion for that, don't go to restaurants that are nearby, especially at E3 and those, because they will mark their prices up for during those times because they know those people are going to want to eat. I went to a coffee shop that we all have in Canada called Tim Hortons. Now they don't do that, but a place down the road, coffee was like $8.
Right.
To be fair, it came with a donut and stuff, but
Yeah,
like
well,
you get the
They're gonna
it was
overprice
not
anyway because there's a
worth
lot
it.
of people. So
Except for the ice cream trucks, those were so worth it.
E3 is fun. Don't get me wrong, but
It's
a lot of
pricey.
people I think have this perception that it's gonna be like an amusement park when it isn't.
It is not. It is
It
not.
is definitely
I,
not.
I think the reason a lot of people think that is because where do most of us find E3? YouTube. We see all our favorite YouTubers going there, and that's what we see. So we expect what they see, but the reality is it's a convention hall. It's not an amusement park. You're gonna
Think of it
have
as
to pay.
like a glorified museum in a
Well,
sense.
Yeah.
You know what? When you do think about it, it is almost like an amusement park.
Like
It has the wait
when
time
Dishonored
for
2 was coming out during that time, like I went to go see their booth at Bethesda. They had some interesting statues on like full outfit clothes in a model.
I saw those on
mannequin?
YouTube. They were really cool.
It was good. I got up close to the whole even the Skyrim one they had there, the main
Oh, that
outfit
was
with
sick.
the helmet. Like
Did
it
you
was
get
all
this-
authentic and everything. So
Did
that was cool
you-
to see.
Richie, by any chance, did you get to see the Titan when you were there any of the times?
I don't
User was
think
moved out
so.
of your channel.
What the fuck?
Ah,
What the hell was moved?
That was Scrub.
Oh,
Scrub
okay,
just
that's
got
fine.
moved for some reason.
That's fine. He'll be back.
That's because Zayden moved him. Yeah, he'll be back.
So that was good to see. Like it don't expect to be like seeing rides and shit. unless they actually have something something like
I-
that.
wait.
It's more of a
No.
hey, I'm looking at this, and
they
this
actually
would be
have
good to
rides
try
at
out.
E3?
That's what
No,
you're spending
no.
your money on.
No, they don't.
gonna
Yeah,
say-
basically E3 is more of just like a giant press conference. Is the
Yeah.
easiest way to explain it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it might,
It-
for a
it-
lot of people, it might be fun just to even only watch it on YouTube. That and just keep
Yeah,
that
it-
reality.
You know what? I
to
don't
them.
really want to go for as much of the I want to go for some of the conferences, but I mainly would love to go and be able to, because sometimes when you go to certain game booths, the developers or the company, they're actually there. So sometimes you actually do get to meet them, and it'd be really cool just to go and test those games and talk to these people and see.
If
what
you
it's
want
like.
to do that, I would recommend you do PAX instead of E3. E3 is more of the marketing thing, because
No, I
they're
know,
trying
but
to...
E3 is like the
But
big
PAX
games,
is... PAX,
so-
yeah, big games are
Well,
gonna
it
be-
might change
game's
now
gonna be-
since it's
the
open to
game-
the public.
Yeah, the games are going to
However-
go... Yeah, they'll probably change doing that because of how PAX is doing.
I don't know, my
PAX have-
favorite thing about this whole sequence, though, is the fact that a bunch of game journalists are getting really pissed off about it.
Well, that's because they want to
big
feel
people
elite.
suck a dick. You know, like, honestly, YouTubers are more of a game... Because here's the thing, when you come to journalists, it's like going to watch a movie and they give it a shit review. And it's like, but that's what happens a lot of times. It's like, and then you get the fans of that series or whatever it is, and they're like, I loved it. It's like, so journalists, just go away. You don't know what you're talking about.
So I read
You said you're mentioning game journalists and not YouTubers. I'm going to point out there are some game journalists who are YouTubers.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Fucking,
I'm just...
I mean, to be the top three off my head, Toe Biscuit, Jim Sterling, and freaking
if you say Angry Joe, I will kill you.
No, I'm not counting Angry Joe anymore. I actually lost my respect for him. He's he just
No, I like,
he lost
I like
the
guy,
market.
what's his face?
Welcome to the
I forget
family,
his
son.
name. The guy from Game Rank. I love him.
But yeah, but people like Jim Sterling.
son.
Oh god.
Alright, I'm gonna
But
do
yeah,
it every time somebody mentions it.
Should we announce
What,
that
game
later?
ranks?
Just keep it secret.
Keep it
well,
secret.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, like I said, if you want, like, it might change now with this E3. I'm gonna wait until I hear from
I think
Richard.
The
Like
reason
I
they're
said,
doing this.
I'll
About the
wait.
journalists that are just ones that post online, you know, or other places, like, they don't play video games and put it on YouTube every day. They don't, you know, you guys know what I mean. It's the
The
ones
reason
that are,
I think they're doing
Alright, come.
this whole open thing, because I think, don't get, correct me if I'm wrong. Do they
Like
have a
disease.
PAX LA anywhere, or like what's the closest PAX to the West Coast?
LA. I think there is. No, it's not LA. It's San Francisco, isn't it?
Is it?
San Diego,
I
or
have
something like that.
no
No,
idea.
here, I'll Google it. I will Google it.
Yeah, Google that, because I think
What do I
eventually
type in? Just PAX or PAX? Like
just PAX, like in general, like
PAX
on the West Coast.
East.
the
I don't
best part of all.
There's PAX West, right?
There's
Yes,
PAX
there
West
is.
and the PAX East. There's
No,
the
where is PAX West at?
Hang on, I'm getting there.
Give
okay?
me one
PAX
moment.
site.
Give me one moment.
Seattle, Washington
PAX.
is west. East is Boston, Massachusetts. South is San Antonio, Texas. Australia is Melbourne, and
Where did you say West was?
West
Seattle.
is Seattle, Washington.
Seattle,
Oh, and by
okay.
the way, the PAX Dev, I guess that means developers or whatever, is in the same place. It's in Seattle as well.
Yeah.
So I think they should probably bring in PAX to LA, because that could be a good market for them.
You
But
know what?
Maybe that E3, doing the E3 would be their
No,
kind
you know
of.
where I think they should put it? New York.
That would be a good one
Honestly.
too.
No, I'd rather not because
No,
that's
you
where...
guys might
No,
not like
no,
it,
no,
but let me
no,
explain.
T-Bird. It's going to conflict with Comic-Con.
It would. But then
will
again, it
come-
could just be a
No,
different.
No, Comic-Con's in New York.
No, don't put it at the
No.
same time. I'm saying they need to put a PAX
No,
in Comic Con. I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
in New York.
the problem is it will conflict with Comic-Con. That's
How?
what I'm meaning.
If you don't put it at the same time frame,
Yeah, you don't put it in...
right?
The thing is, T-Bird, there's other conventions going on in other places. The only spare time is when Comic-Con is on in New York. That's what I'm saying.
I kind of, but you have to admit that it would be a good place to have one because all the places I have here are pretty warm places. So I'm just trying to think of, I'm trying to think of places closer to myself, but also the fact that New York would probably be a good spot. And it's not like they don't have small places. So, I don't know.
But anyway, like I was saying, is
Anyway.
if depending on how E3 goes this year with the new system that they're doing, if you want a more consumer friendly or more consumer based convention, it's better to go to PAX. However, E3 depending on how E3 goes this year though, because before it's mainly for market, well, not marketing, but more for the press and whatnot.
Well, it's like Toy Fair, right? Isn't Toy Fair used to be for the press and stuff, but now I think they're kind of bringing more public in?
Probably.
Like, I'd love to go to Toy Fair as well one day. That'd be cool. Any of you guys?
No, I haven't. But let's save that for a different, because
I haven't heard of that. So
Really? It's like the E3 for toys, basically.
So speaking of E3, like I said, about the tickets, I just read that tickets are actually going to go on sale on the 13th. So depending on when I get this up tonight or not.
Did you look on their site?
Yeah, it says February 13th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So they're going to be selling about 15,000 of these tickets only to the general public. So make sure you get that up if you want to end up going. And it looks like it's going to be the 13th or the 15th this year.
Were you looking at VIP buyers or just attendees?
No, just in general.
Okay. I wonder how much their hotels are, because usually hotels around that area are like obscenely.
Well, I don't need a hotel. I live right here, so I could just go.
Yeah, I know you're a kid.
No, I just live in the area.
What, in San Diego?
No, I'm talking about E3.
Yeah.
It's in Los Angeles, not San Diego. San Diego's like 2 hours below me.
Have you ever been to that San Diego Comic-Con?
I've been once to San Diego, but not to. I haven't really been to a convention outside of E3 and GDC.
Oh, okay.
I've been to GDC twice, and it's.
Which one's GDC?
GDC is mostly meant for classes for other developers or people that are in marketing and all that. Huh?
What does that stand for, GDC?
Game Developer Conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's two different types. There's the GDC and GDC Next. I keep forgetting which ones.
Slightly unrelated, but since we're sitting here talking about conventions, any of you out there in the comment section that knows of Gen Con? Yes. I'm at that shit almost every year.
What is Gen Con? I'm intrigued.
Gen Con is like it covers a lot of things. You've got board games, you've got sci-fi, you got fantasy.
User joined your channel.
You got people dressing up in some amazing freaking outfits.
It sounds like a Comic-Con.
Kinda.
Yeah, but it is more the everything rather than just the whole comics/anime thing.
But what I do have to say is, hopefully this year, someone I know is going to be doing some like traditional BattleTech. So any of you heading to Gen Con at the end of this year, look for that.
Okay,
Never heard of it? Go play it. If you have heard of it, power to you. I used to play the shit out of BattleTech.
And keep an eye out for Shock here. Maybe he'll give you a hug. If you're not too sweaty.
There is a maybe. If you guys play Shock, you yell his name and he has to give you a hug. We need to make that a rule for any of us.
If I was going over there, I'd just look for the hairiest guy I could see.
No. I'm going to say this.
Don't put ideas in people's minds, because honestly, I will not look like I normally look at Gen Con.
I don't know why, but
I'm going.
Public, and you yell my username, I will come give you a hug.
I will say this, Shock. Anyone yells your username, you have to turn around, hug them, and then in the Kermit voice, say, "Welcome to the family, son."
Oh my god, yes.
Now you're gonna have people go to Gen Con yelling out my name.
Wait. There are many different types of Shocks, so they have to confirm it somehow. So maybe like give them a sentence to say.
Just wear a T-shirt that says Shock. There you go. That's all you need.
But yeah,
I looked up the price for E3, like Richie was doing, and I found out, as Richie said, there's only 1,000 available, which is interesting because they got $149 for early bird pricing and then $249 for standard.
I mean 1,000 available.
No, I honestly don't think that's a good idea, because honestly, if only 1,000 available, don't do early bird. No, because here's
if you see the convention, hold on, the convention building isn't really that big. That's why they're doing 1,000.
No, I get that. What I'm trying to get at, Richie, is they're not going to make any money on the $249 price, because the early bird price is going to be the one that sells all 1,000.
Oh no, they're definitely going to make money, because before it wasn't open to the public, and they were just doing based off.
No one's going to use the $249 price, because by the time that.
Are you kidding me? There are a lot of people that would kill to go into E3. I see it all the time.
Man. Early bird pricing.
This is what's going to happen. So they're going to be like maybe 10 people buy all the early birds and then sell them at extremely loud prices. That's what's going to happen.
The early bird phase, all of the tickets will be sold.
Well, that's with everything, concerts and all that. You can't avoid that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying it's weird that they put a standard price and an early bird if they know.
Because there are going to be some people that will get that aren't like that are going to get the tickets.
Yeah, but it's like once the early bird's done, all the tickets will be gone, so you can't spend $240.
There's always bad in something. It's just something you're gonna have to deal with,
yeah.
that people will have to.
Well,
deal
I find
with.
it interesting that the business pass is like $1,000. That's crazy.
Well, that's the business pass because
That's
it comes
normal.
with precedent
That-
and shit.
Yeah,
all that.
seriously, that's normal for business.
If you're
Hey!
in the industry,
Can I imply on the business pass?
Hold on real quick, Scrub. I wanted to tell you, since you were talking about E3, you said you're going to E3 through how again?
This year, I'm just going with a few buddies of mine.
Okay, did they already give you a ticket? Or did you already get a ticket?
We have like 12 or 20 something.
you
Okay.
bought
tickets
20 of
reserved.
the early birds.
Yeah, because
Holy
it
crap,
says
that's
right
a
here
lot
that
of
the
money.
13th, which is tomorrow, is when they're going to be opening it to the general public to
Where
start
are you
buying
looking
tickets.
at?
Right now, I'm looking at Forbes.
I'm on the E3 actual expo site on attendee
Well, I can look at it.
registration.
Again, but that's generally what it is. But go ahead and continue, Scrub, with what you were saying.
I genuinely forgot.
You said something
You're
about
talking
business.
about your pass.
Oh, with the way the business passes work, it's not in the same sense. It's the reason the business passes are usually $1,000. They also include hotel and board occasionally.
Yeah, there's a thing that says click here for a list of business pass benefits, which I can do in a sec. But I just wanted to say that anyone that's if they're in the industry, you know, it says complimentary for qualified industry professionals. So if you think you're one of those people, get in touch with these people first before April 27th.
Most of them already have. Our
Yeah, but if
tickets
you
have been in the works since
you
like
happen to be
last
listening-
year's E3.
Well, oh yeah, but if you're a new person to it and you think you're in this type of industry and you might be qualified for that, then, you know, make sure you do it before the 27th of April. Because if you were like me and all of a sudden found out, which I know I'm not qualified, but if it was something like that, they wouldn't know.
I think they'll be more likely informed.
Yeah, so an E3 business pass. It gives you the 3-day expo pass, access to our VIP lounge, which says the VIP lounge provides a quiet atmosphere to plan and strategize your time at while at E3, check emails, access business and concierge services, meet with colleagues. Okay, that's interesting. So, you get catered breakfast and lunch each day, access to the exhibit hall through a dedicated VIP entrance, upgraded access to meet at E3's meeting scheduler, VIP access to CEO and developer panels, and then the last one says exclusive access to LA Live activations.
That's probably just a notifier of what's going on throughout the day.
Apparently Dylan's playing Rocket League.
Oh, okay. That's fine. But...
Still in time.
Yeah, so... Well, wrapping up E3 topic. Make sure it's really what for you. No, like I said again, it's like a glorified museum, and don't expect too much right off the bat, and expect long fucking lines. Go for the thing you really want to go to first.
Always make a schedule and make it so it's flexible, so that way
And
it's not set.
for the love of God, I experience this all the time. Wear fucking deodorant, please.
Oh, that's
I
the
cannot
worst.
stress enough.
I understand if you forget, but yeah. But
I've been through these so many damn times where I'm in line and then all I could smell is the people around me. And it's not even towards the end of the day. It's in the very fucking beginning.
I'm going to add...
wash your hair at least. At the very least, wash your hair, because Richie is absolutely right. I've gone to some cons, and some of these people's costumes are very fixed, so they sweat. And if you haven't at least washed your hair or your body, whatever, or put something on, it's the worst for the people standing around you. It's like, and if you're there for half an hour to an hour, it's like...
They might as
We're
well
all
lube
dead.
up and spit, and then just
Yeah.
give me a big hug. Because that's how it feels.
Exactly.
All I have to say to that is, honestly, yeah, if you're a con hopper, I am. I used to go to every con that's around me. Now I go to like 2 a year. Deodorant, and to be completely honest, perfume or cologne if you like it.
Even a small little towel, that helps too.
Just bring stuff with you as well, because those places get hot really fast. Because I haven't
Don't
been to a con.
wear hot shirts. Like, wear a t-shirt or something.
Like,
Wear something that breathes.
Yeah,
Or-
even if it's a cold day, that place gets fucking
Now,
hot.
some
real fucking
people
fast.
are like me though, where even if it's a hot area like that, like sometimes I do get cold, so I just keep like a little
I
thin,
have
thin sweater in my
No,
backpack.
but best way to work. This is the one thing, the number one rule. prepare. Just prepare yourself.
As if you're going out camping or some shit like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
be
Always,
prepared.
like,
don't
bring a
just
spare shirt
don't
or
just
something.
go in with nothing. Go in with the stuff you would take as if you're going out somewhere for a few days. You want to be prepared.
Spare socks, spare shirt, you know, you don't have to bring spare pants, but definitely bring a spare t-shirt or something, because, yeah, you're probably going to get a free one at some of the booths, but if you don't go to those booths, and you're standing in line for a while, and you're like, oh fuck, I got sweaty from whatever, you can at least go change later.
Not everybody has that manly musk that smells so good like Ted here.
That's only because he's a redneck.
Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah.
He's
Redneck to you.
Now, if we all meet Ted, we're all going to go up to him, hug him, and go, and sniff him, because he has that nice smell.
Oh no! First thing I'm doing with Ted.
Let's not.
No, thank you.
First thing I'm doing with Ted is a beer, man. No hugs
The
here.
sad thing is, legitimately, I'm probably the
Well,
only
isn't Ted
person who
not-
may do that
I
here.
forgot, isn't Ted not old enough for beer?
Get the fuck out of here.
Who's gonna believe that he's young?
I
with
might
that
be young
fucking
enough
voice?
to be your son, sir, but I'm soon gonna be your daddy.
Okay.
I mean, then
So-
you're gonna grandfather your own child.
I
Come
mean-
on, boy.
Oh God, we're going down the route of being your own grandpa.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm Uncle Grandpa, fucker.
All right. Time to wrap up this podcast with a few announcements. Then we're gonna do upcoming games. Okay.
Yes.
Announcements. Cam, why don't you go ahead and take it this one with yours? Actually, let me say this real quick. So, for those that don't know, Kane was a YouTuber before. He did fucking Sephiroth music videos. Doesn't matter now. It don't matter now.
No, ignore that shit. That never
I'll
happened.
talk about those
He
times.
made RuneScape
We don't-
music videos back in the
Oh,
day.
God.
Now he's doing
Some sweet montage videos.
The cringe. Oh, Jesus, the cringe. Those days are blonde
So
behind me.
he's reviving his channel, and he's
I
gonna
am
do
reviving-
a lot of
yeah.
different things. And
What the-
I'll let him take it from here.
I am redoing my channel. I'm going to be doing several different shows. The first one is going to be a small talk show where it's going to be myself and two other individuals on a single subject, behind their own positive, neutral, and negative. The first one will be with Shock and Richard on about Resident Evil 7 and horror games. It may be out in the next week. We shall see.
I'm gonna be helping him out with a couple things. Did you already say the name of it? I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I said the tea room.
Okay, so if you like hearing a British deaf guy, then it's your thing. I'll put a link if
You did not
if
say
he
he
gives
was
me it.
deaf. You could have just said, if you like...
No,
hearing
I
British-
definitely have to because
Yeah,
there's no prejudice here.
You
It's
have
not
to.
prejudice.
You
He's
have
British
to.
and he's awesome.
You ain't never gonna catch him because he's the greased up deaf guy.
If you had
So,
said greased up...
I'll leave that if we get his link to his channel in the
Yeah.
description, so you can look forward to that. It will be an I like the idea of the topic and everything, and I can't wait to actually try it out. The only thing I don't like is I'm gonna have to teach him how to fucking edit and everything, but that's just
Yeah. You don't really have to teach me. It's more refresh me how to use programs.
you and Ted.
Oh,
You know,
well,
as long as
hey.
you do a better job than what Ted was doing, then I'll be.
Oh,
Get the fuck out of my room.
Oh, trust me, Richard. Richard, I done editing on. Yeah, it was Windows Movie Maker. Yeah, I know it's shit and old and outdated, but I know the brief basics. I'm going to be having you helping me with the new program and whatnot. But that's
It'll be a great
But
time, but it will take
yeah.
time.
That's what I used to edit my videos.
It's okay. All right. Get off topic. So another announcement is Ted will be going back to giving his channel, or uploading on his channel in the summer. He gets busy with his shit at school.
Oh yeah.
So don't expect
Cool
too much
stuff.
for a couple months unless he actually gets off his ass one of these days earlier.
Maybe
I know.
remind him in a comment or something on one of his
So
videos.
if you like, yeah, 1 second. If you like long plays, as he puts it, then go ahead and check his channel out. Sometimes I make an appearance on there.
I do some short stuff every now and then.
Quote
Please,
unquote.
Like,
Hey,
sir.
this
Hey,
thing.
even Rockitech Command. Shock here. I'm even tempted to start up my channel again.
Yay, we got Shock getting
Under
back into
under
this.
my under this name, not my original one, because I was an edgy teenager and that channel just vanished from the face of the earth.
You
Which is
had
fine.
quite the following, didn't you, though?
I did, which was weird.
How many people did you have following you, Shock?
Like 200 or 300.
That's actually what's now left on that channel.
Oh my god.
Wasn't it like
before
in
it
the
was-
thousands?
Yeah, it was like 1,000, 2,000 followers before I just nuked the channel.
There you
That's
go.
really
Yeah.
good.
I on my old YouTube channel I used to have like 500, 300 followers or something. That before I decided, yeah, fuck that shit, I'm nuking it.
Well, it happens.
It happens.
I know
Shit
you
happens.
also streamed from time to time. Shock.
I do, and I need to get back into that, but
Oh, speaking of streaming, I'm actually
first
planning
things
on...
first. I gotta get my life straight, so I gotta get a job first. That's the big number one.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Life important.
time planning.
Step number 1.
That's
I'm
another
just too
thing.
lazy to do stuff.
I think everybody
I
here is
put all
starting to
my
do a channel now. I know Matt wants to start putting up
That's
some
burn.
stuff.
Yeah, I have the recording software, or a recording software, or 2, and an editing program. I just haven't gotten around to.
Maybe I'll
making
just
up
make a
what
video
kind of
and I'll
videos I
just
wanna
send
do.
it to Kane, Matt, and Ted at the same time. Or they can see it on the channel. I might do a tutorial here and there about audio
I was
editing.
gonna say, make us a tutorial and put it on YouTube so we can all learn how to edit.
Yeah, so I don't have to explain it to each of you.
Also,
Right.
I may be doing videos for the
Do
Rockitech channel,
keep in mind that we
depending. That's still in the
all
works.
might have different software
No,
things.
but even if we do, it's the concept
it won't
that
matter, Matt.
matters.
The
Yeah,
video's
really.
the same in the end.
But yeah, speaking since Shot just reminded me, I will be doing a proper live stream of our D&D sessions whenever Richard gets off his arse and actually does it. Richard. Richard.
So, alright, so we are doing the D&D thing. It's not the same as Dark Heresy, which that's only if you've seen Matt's channel stuff
Yeah,
already.
that's currently on my channel when
Yeah, it's stuck on
when-
the Twitch for right
Yeah.
now.
Matt will be doing the pure raw unedited footage. When I get around to getting the right software and the right programs, I'll be doing a proper, professional. I don't want to say professional, but it'll be an overlay and everything. I'll be.
It would
doing
be better than what I
It-
have.
Yeah, it would be.
For right now, anyways.
Yeah, it'd be a full. It'll be a full screen.
Yeah, I
everything
don't
on
have
that
any
one,
idea of how to edit it to make it a bit more interesting or add more flair to it. So
And I'll be streaming all of our pen and paper sessions. Also with other people, I might be doing tabletop related things as well because hey, I'm a tabletop gamer.
So don't worry
Yep.
if you haven't heard all that. I will be posting all those links on the description when this video is up.
This is going to be
Yeah.
the link apocalypse, because there's just links everywhere.
Links, link.
But
There's a Visine for that.
Oops.
Maybe I'll just
everyone out there that actually watches this video, I know there's people.
There is people.
We believe in you.
No, there's not people.
Um,
There's a person.
For
We're getting
for
bigger.
the
Like
D&D, for the D&D and pen and paper, you guys might actually be in for a surprise because Richie and me both do voices. We do the voice acting thing, so when we finally get around to doing 5th edition, you'll be hearing Nathaniel Cross, the wee little gnomish bard.
I am actually going to be doing a little intro video. I think if I don't get lazy for the D&D thing.
You're
to
gonna get lazy.
introduce
we
to
know-
you guys.
We all know
Look
you're gonna
forward
get lazy.
to look
Just
forward to
disregard what I
voicing
said
a
entirely
little
then.
bard in 5th edition. This D&D campaign coming up though is 3.5, so we have characters planned, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, for the 5th
I'm just
edition,
going to call the
I'll-
campaign Bardocalypse.
but for the 5th edition, I'll be DM, but at the moment I have to get a hand into the system of D&D, which is why I am handing it over for Richard for 3.5. Once I get a hand, I'll be the GM for the time being.
Yeah, he will.
And I have an interesting story already for our 5th
Which
edition
we'll have to
campaign.
talk about later because it's the end of this damn podcast. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I forgot to do upcoming.
Games though.
I forgot to do
Oh,
upcoming
just-
things.
Oh yeah, upcoming things. MMO
Coming
news. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it because why not? T-Bird wants to talk about it, and I'll just bring it up as a general.
Okay.
Warframe has a big alert thing going on right now. Elder Scrolls Online's got an expansion coming out. About all I can
The
think of off the
boy
top
is
of my
playing
head.
tons of ESO.
Sorry, I got the list right
There's
here.
gonna-
of the
What did
upcoming.
There's gonna be Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna be
Oh
coming.
god, I
Oh,
can't
that's
wait for
been out-
that.
That news has been out for like 2 or
He's,
3
well,
months.
like the online aspect.
Good for you. There's gonna
So-
be a new Fray.
Let me go over the games that if you've been living under a rock, I'm gonna go over this list because it's a little lengthy real quick. So we've got, I'm not gonna say what platforms, so you'll have to look that up yourself. So we got the ones that were already released, which is Neo, Naruto, what the fuck, ever, Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja, Storm 4, Road Boruto, whatever, Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World, Fire Emblem Heroes, Digimon
can't wait for
World,
that.
Next Order, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, Moto Racer 4, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Tales of Berseria, Urban Empire, Yakuza 0, Dragon Quest, what is that, 8? Yes, 8, Journey of the Cursed King, Gravity Rush 2, Fate Extella, the Umbral Star, Super Mario Run, and Stardew Valley, which I'm guessing is on consoles, is why it came out.
Yeah. Super Mario Run, before you continue, I played it. It's actually fun.
Okay. Alright, so now the upcoming games is a little shorter. We've got For Honor coming out on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, so make sure to give that to your honey, and you can kill her or him, whatever floats your boat, or, them, or it.
Tag 'em.
That works too.
If she or he pisses you off,
Yes.
it's a great way to settle a fight.
There's no better way to spend Thanksgiving, Valentine's, than kicking the shit out of your significant other. We've got
We do
Ride,
not condone violence.
but unless it's in a virtual manner.
Yeah,
This
virtual violence
helps.
is fine.
This
Physical,
It's
physical
therapy.
bad.
It's therapy.
Come on, guys, beat your wives. Richie suggested, now everybody beat your wives.
I said significant others, good sir.
That's the same shit.
Whether that's
know,
man, woman, it, or whatever it is.
Gender fluid.
Wait till I tell my wife what my girlfriend
All the way down to a jar of peanut butter.
Are you assuming my gender? I identify.
Don't you fucking do that shit, I swear to God.
This ain't no
We
safe
will
space, bro.
fucking wreck you.
This ain't no
We
safe
will wreck
space.
you.
This is not a safe space.
Yo, I love this.
That's our slogan. This is not a fucking safe space. So we've got Ride 2. I have no idea what this is. It's Ride 2, but it's a racing game. It's going to be for
You all-
PS4, PC, and Xbox One.
Oh my god, yes. That's.
Oh,
No
I forgot
platforms,
to-
keep going.
I forgot. Well, I gotta say for For Honor, PS4, PC, and Xbox One for For Honor. We've got
You said
Sniper
you were
Elite
gonna say
4.
about consoles.
That's for the others. Hold on. Sniper Elite 4 will be February 14th as well. PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We've also got, last on that list, Halo Wars 2, February 17th, which is Ultimate Edition, and February 21st, regular
And hold
edition.
on. Halo
What?
Wars 2?
Yes, this is for Xbox One and PC. Well, it won't matter because if you buy it on one, you have the other.
No, but that's only for certain types of downloads because you can buy Forza Horizon.
I'm pretty sure Halo Wars 2 is it because they said the newer
No, they
games
did,
that from now on.
No, what I mean is you can actually buy certain versions of the games, like for instance Horizon 3. You can buy just for Xbox or PC, or you can get the download one where it's for both.
Well, why wouldn't you?
I don't know. You'd have to be special not to.
It has to be. It's gotta be. Like
I do want to add in, just because I enjoy the series. The Sniper Elite games are amazing.
They are.
Oh yeah, they are
If you want to
amazing.
watch in glorious HD, crisp graphics, a bullet piercing a man's testicles as he
No.
screams in ever-living agony
It's not even
and then
just that,
collapses,
it's the fact that the
you
game
can
goes
do
in
that.
slow motion, and then it goes in X-ray mode, so when you like pierce someone's skull, and it's slow motions, and all the blood and the bones crack. Oh, that is the
It is
most-
satisfying.
Yeah, it is the most satisfying thing ever, because in games, we get good
Unfortunately, they've
headshots
made me
and we
wish
get
it was a
kills,
boy K game.
and it's like,
I'd have been the
yes.
car assassin.
But in this game, it's gratifying to get an awesome headshot. It's like, yes.
It's the gamer's Grey's Anatomy, folks.
Well,
That's all you
speaking
gotta
of
say.
40K games, the guys behind Van Helsing just dropped their
Yep,
alpha trailer
Inquisitor
for their new
Promoter.
40K game
Yep,
and alpha
Inquisitor.
signups.
Yep.
Yep.
Inquisitor
You're
Marshal.
40. You're
Yo,
40K
give me-
fan, go sign up.
Isn't it?
You'll have to give me a link for that later. Alright, so next week after that, it's only 2 games that are going to be coming out, February 21st for both. PS4, PC, and Vita, it's going to be Berserk and the Band of the Hawk.
I
No idea
can't
what that
wait
is.
for that. I am stoked.
We'll talk about that later. These are only meant to be short. This next one is for PS4 and PC. It's Night in the Woods.
I heard it's supposed to
That
be
looks like it's an indie game.
Excuse me.
That's it for upcoming games. I'd like to thank you
There's
for
more,
joining
though.
us in
What?
the Rocket Lounge
Wait,
podcast for
there's
Season
more.
2, Episode 2. I'd like to thank everybody here for joining me and enduring for this podcast, even though it was a clusterfuck for the first fucking 5 minutes.
You're welcome.
I may or may not edit
We
that
don't know
out
what you're
to make it
talking
better. So,
Fucking herbs.
let's go ahead and say goodbye, folks. Shuck,
Take it easy, everybody, and I'll see you next time.
Farmer Ted,
Have a good one.
Lord Von Kane,
Good night.
Matt the Bot, the Dead Man Hatter, whatever.
Fuck you. Have a pleasant night. Or day.
Always lovable there, Matty Bot. We got T-Bird as
Always
Oh, and the
fucking
fuck
everybody.
you is that to you,
Always
Rick?
fucking
Shit,
everybody.
as always.
You fucking Moogles earlier.
we got our guest
Oh,
here.
go fuck yourself, Brett.
Alright.
I do that every day. Fuck
Alright,
you.
settle down. We got a guest here, Mr. T-Bird. Remember, he's another channel, so I'll put that in
I
the...
was gonna say something.
Clusterfuck
but I
of
couldn't
links.
Think of it. So see you guys later.
And we've got Scrub here.
Later.
He's also our lord of scrubbiness.
So Scrubbiness. He's
Alright,
the
boys.
inside kind of guy. So this is Richie221, you can't speak, and I'd like to thank you, and we'll see you guys again.
Good night.
Later.
Rockitech Command. Signing out.
Fuck your
Seriously,
safe
bud,
space.
seriously.
Later.
Go to hell.